Good morning, everybody. We are doing definite integrations, properties of definite integrations. We are doing. We did up to fourth property, I think. Integral of 0 to a fx dx equal to integral of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Two properties. Third property is a to b fx dx equal to integral of a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. F of a plus b minus x dx. And fourth property is integral of 0 to a fx dx equal to integral of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. F of a minus x dx. And like using the fourth property in matrices, any row can be multiplied by some constant added to some other row. That will not change. Using that property, we did almost all the determinant sums. Like here, almost all the 7 mark sums we will do with this fourth property only. Integral of 0 to a fx dx equal to integral of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. F of a minus x dx. Using this, we will do almost all the 7 mark sums. First we will do third property, one more sum, then we will jump to fourth property. One more sum with the third property, then we will go to fourth property. So one example we will take integral of pi by 6 to pi by 3. Pi by 6 to pi by 3 means 30 degrees to 60 degrees. Root sin x by root sin x by root sin x plus root cos x. Root sin x by root sin x plus root cos x. Find the value of integral of pi by 6 to pi by 3 root sin x by root sin x plus root cos x. If it is given in ordinary integration, we have to go for cross multiplication, then substitution method, very lengthy method. But if you use this property, third property, this is very simple, some 2 steps we will go over. Let this be some I. Yesterday we took same procedure. Let this be I, and then this is equal to, I can write integral of a to b f of a plus b minus x. So wherever x is there, I can write a plus b minus x. What is a here? Pi by 6, 30 degrees, plus pi by 3, 60 degrees, becomes pi by 6 plus pi by 3, means 90 degrees. So wherever x is there, I can write a plus b minus x, means pi by 6 plus pi by 3 minus x, means 90 minus x. So in place of x, I can write root of sin x means sin 90 minus x, pi by 2 minus x, by root of sin pi by 2 minus x, plus root of cos x means cos of pi by 2 minus x. Limits are as usually pi by 6 to pi by 3, a to b only. So using the property I am writing integral of a to b f of a plus b minus x, means pi by 3 plus pi by 6, 90 plus 60 plus 30, 90 minus x, I am writing f of a plus b minus x. So now the equation becomes pi by 6 to pi by 3 as usual. Root of, this is sin 90 minus theta, cos x, by denominator is cos sin 90 minus theta, cos theta, plus cos 90 minus theta, sin theta. Now this also I only, I is equal to, I got that. So if I am adding these two i's, I plus I, what happens? I plus I equal to, this is first I is pi by 6 to pi by 3, root sin x by root sin x plus root cos x, plus second I is this. So this is fx plus gx, yesterday I told. So I can write f plus g of x directly. So this is root cos x by root sin x plus root cos x. Root sin x plus root cos x whole dx. Instead of writing two integrations, fx plus integral of gx, I can write f plus g of x integral of. So this is dx. Now by taking LCM, for both of them having the same LCM, root sin x plus root cos x. So numerator also root sin x plus root cos x. So gets cancelled, becomes integral of 1 dx between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 2. So if I am taking LCM, root sin x plus root cos x. So this numerator also becomes root sin x plus root cos x. So gets cancelled, becomes integral of 1 dx. Integral of 1 dx between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. Integral of 1 dx equal to x. Between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. Between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. Integral of 1 dx is x. Between the limits pi by 6 to pi by 3. So what I got? 2y equal to x. Upper limit is pi by 3 minus lower limit is pi by 6. So if I take the LCM as 6, so this is 2 pi minus pi by 6. So 2i equal to pi by 6, I equal to pi by 1. So the final result is pi by 12. Simple sir, no need to apply any integration. Just integral of 1 dx is enough for me. By applying f of a plus b minus x. So like this, using fourth property, integral of 0 to a f of x dx equal to integral of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. We can do almost all the 7 mark sums. We will do that now. So one of the 7 marks we will do with this property, then we will go for the next properties. Integral of 0 to pi by 4. Integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx. How to use that property? Integral of 0 to a f of x dx. So if I am taking this is I as usually, so this is equal to 0 to a f of x dx equal to, I can write 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Means I can write 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus a minus x. In place of x, I need to substitute a minus x. That is pi by 4 minus x. Pi by 4 minus x dx. So according to the property, what can I do? Integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus, in place of x I am substituting a minus x, pi by 4 minus x. So I applied the property. What happens? We will check. 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus, this is tan of a minus b formula, tan a minus tan b by 1 plus tan a tan b, 1 plus tan a tan b. So this becomes 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x, so that I can take LCM. So this is integral of 0 to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x, 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x dx. Now I can take LCM for these two. So what do I get? If I take LCM, what do I get? Integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of tan of 1 plus tan x plus 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x by 1 plus tan x, because I am taking 1 plus tan x as LCM. So this becomes integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of, this tan x got cancelled, so becomes 2 by 1 plus tan x, 2 by 1 plus tan x dx, 2 by 1 plus tan x dx. This is again I only, so I equal to, I got this. So this is also I. Now adding first I and this I, the same procedure will do. What do we get? I plus I equal to. So always in these sums we will take I plus I. I plus I equal to means integral of 0 to pi by 4. First I is log of 1 plus tan x and second I is plus log of 2 by 1 plus tan x. 2 by 1 plus tan x. As usual I am writing only one integration, fx plus gx method always into dx as usual. So this becomes log a plus log b, log of a into b. So 2y is equal to integral of 0 to pi by 4 log a plus log b, log of a into b means 1 plus tan x into 2 by 1 plus tan x. 1 plus tan x into 2 by 1 plus tan x. So 1 plus tan x, 1 plus tan x gets cancelled. So becomes log 2. So if I write log 2 outside, so log 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 4 1 dx. So this log 2 is a constant, I am writing outside, becomes 1 dx. So this is equal to log 2 into integral of 1 dx is x itself between the limits 0 to pi by 4. So this is upper limit pi by 4 minus 0. So pi by 4 log 2. Pi by 4 log 2. This is 2I equal to. If I want I, so becomes I equal to 2 comes inside by 2 becomes pi by 8 log 2. So I is equal to pi by 8 log 2 is final result. Pi by 8 log 2 is the final result. Next, two more properties using third property and fourth property will derive. So, fifth property. What is fifth property? Integral of minus a to plus a fx dx equal to integral of minus a to plus a fx dx equal to 0, 0 if f is odd, if f is odd is equal to 2 into 0 to a fx dx, 0 to a fx dx, 2 into 0 to a, integral of minus a to plus a fx dx equal to 0 if f is odd, 2 into 0 to a fx dx if f is even, if f is even. We already discussed what is even function, what is odd function in functions first year. So, what is a even function? Did you remember? Even function means f of minus x equal to plus f of x is even function, and f of minus x equal to minus f of x is odd function. Minus f of x is odd function. I hope you remembered from your first year functions. Even if you don't remember, note down this. F of minus x equal to plus f of x is even function. F of minus x equal to minus f of x is an odd function. Minus f of x is an odd function. Now, how can we prove this? Very simple. He is giving minus a to plus a fx dx equal to, we can write minus a to 0, minus a to 0 fx dx plus 0 to a fx dx, 0 to a fx dx. Here I want to tell you one thing which I forgot to tell. If a function is continuous from a to b and somewhere it is not differentiable at c, then you can split into a to c plus c to b like this. A to c plus c to b, these two should be same. So, minus a to 0 fx dx, 0 to a fx dx, I am splitting into two parts. So, minus a to 0, 0 to a, continuity I am not changing. This is minus a to 0, again 0 to a, I am splitting into two parts. Now, this is minus a to 0 f of x, means according to the yesterday what we learned, if I change the limits, I can get minus here. So, I would like to make it as, otherwise I will change in the next step. This is minus a to 0 fx dx. If I substitute x equal to minus x here, what happens? Let x equal to minus t, dx equal to minus dt. So, this becomes x equal to minus t means, what do I get here? Here, minus a means if I substitute lower limit is minus of minus plus a and upper limit is 0 only, and this becomes f of minus t into f of minus t into dx is minus dt. So, minus outside becomes dt plus integral of 0 to a fx dx. Integral of 0 to a fx dx. Now coming to the picture, if it is an odd function, if f is an odd function, f of minus x equal to minus f of x. So this is equal to, I can write this, I'll write one more step otherwise, this is equal to, limits if I change, then minus, this is a to b. So if I am making it as b to a, this minus of minus becomes plus, this is 0 to a, 0 to a, and this is f of minus t dt as it is. So I will write as minus x dx. Because this is a dummy variable, doesn't change the given value at all. Plus integral of 0 to a fx dx. Integral of 0 to a fx dx as in this part. Now coming to this. If it is an odd function, this is minus f of x. F of minus x is minus f of x. So this becomes minus. Minus minus cancel 0. So if f is odd, this becomes automatically 0. So if f is odd function, then it becomes minus integral of 0 to a fx dx, because f of minus equal to minus f of x, plus integral of 0 to a fx dx. So automatically gets cancelled, becomes 0. If it is odd. If it is even, if f is even, what happens? If f is even, what happens? So this becomes integral of 0 to a f of minus x is plus f of x if it is even, plus 0 to a fx dx. So 0 to fx dx plus 0 to a fx dx becomes 2 into 0 to a fx dx. 2 into 0 to a fx dx if f is even. So if f is odd, this is 0, and if f is even, 2 into 0 to a fx dx. That is what we have to prove. So what is the theorem is saying? Minus a to a fx dx equal to 0. If f is odd, 2 into 0 to a fx dx. If f is even. If f is even. Like this we can prove the theorem. Next property is, sixth property. Integral of 0 to 2a fx dx equal to 0 if f of 2a minus x equal to f of minus f of x. Like odd function, it's not odd. F of 2a minus x equal to minus f of x. And like the even function, 2 into 0 to a fx dx in the previous, same function. But here f of 2a minus x equal to f of x. Then we can write 2 into 0 to a fx dx. If f of 2a minus x equal to minus f of x, then we can write as 0. If it is 0 to 2a fx dx, 0 to 2a fx dx, and we will prove this now. How to prove? Same concept. Again same concept will follow. 0 to 2a fx dx equal to, I will split into two parts again. What is that? Integral of 0 to a fx dx, 0 to a fx dx plus 0 to a fx dx plus a to 2a fx dx. And splitting, it is from 0 to 2a, like this function is. Here 0, here if it is 2a, and splitting at a. So 0 to a one function, next a to 2a another function, and splitting into two parts. So 0 to a fx dx plus a to 2a fx dx, continuous function, I am splitting into two parts. Now this part will concentrate like the previous method. This is as this. So integral of 0 to a fx dx, 0 to a fx dx plus integral of, this I will take, let x equal to 2a minus t, 2a minus t, 2a minus t, x equal to 2a minus t. What is dx? This with respect to x. Dx equal to minus dt, dx equal to minus dt. Then it becomes integral of, this is 2a minus a, lower limit a, 2a minus a, lower limit is a, but the upper limit is 2a minus 2a, 0. Upper limit is 2a minus a, 2a minus 2a, 0 is the upper limit. And this is f of x, I can write as 2a minus t because I am taking as x is 2a minus t. Now dx is minus dt, I will write minus here, dt here. So the function becomes integral of 0 to a fx dx. This minus, I will change the limits again. So becomes plus integral of, instead of a to 0, I will write 0 to a, f of 2a minus x dx. And dummy variability I am replacing with x dx. Now this is f of 2a minus x dx. So what? Observe this. If f of 2a minus x equal to minus f of x, this becomes fx minus fx, 0. If this is equal to f of x, then 2 into 0 to a fx dx. So we will write the same concept like the previous. Now if f of 2a minus x equal to f of x, what happens? F of 2a minus x equal to plus f of x, what happens? 0 to a fx dx plus this is 0 to a fx dx. Instead of f of 2a minus x, I can write fx because f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. So adding the 2, I will get 2 into 0 to a fx dx. If it is minus fx, gets cancelled, becomes 0. So if it is this, then 0. If it is this, then this. So hence proved. This is how we will prove these properties, and we will use this in the next sums. We will see those next. Next property. Some functions are continuous but not differential at some point, and after that, at that particular point, then it is differential. For example, if you take the mod x is continuous everywhere but not differentiable at 0. Not differentiable at 0. It is having sharp edge here. So you can't differentiate the curve, mod x curve. At x equal to 0. Remaining parts it is differentiable. So some functions which are not differentiable at some particular points or which are discontinuous at some particular point and then continuous, in those cases you can split the integration at that point. For example, it is from some a to b I am going to find, but it is not differentiable at some c, so I can split it to a to c, c to b like. So integral of a to b, integral of a to b fx dx, I can write it as integral of a to c fx dx, so that till that it is continuous and differentiable. So I can find this area plus this area gives me total area. That's it. So integral of a to c fx dx plus where it is discontinuous at only c, excluding c it is continuous. So from c to b again fx dx like this I can split. If it is happens at c1, c2, c3 some other points, then it will split like this: a to c1 fx dx plus c1 to c2 fx dx plus c2 to c3 fx dx, like c3 to b, like this way. Whatever may be the points you want to make it as parts, you can make like that. That's what I want to say. From this we can say a to c1, again c1 to c2, c2 to c3, c3 to b, like this I can split. If you take one example, then you can understand this. This and this both will do now with an example from the exercise 7b fifth sum. Exercise 7b fifth sum. Then you can understand very easily. 7b we are already doing. Fifth sum. Sum integral of 0 to 2
modulus of 1 minus x
modulus of
1 minus x
dx. See, 1 minus x function. How do the 1 minus x function will be? 1 minus x, modulus of 1 minus x. How do the function will be? So the function is discontinuous at 1, observe. At 1 it is discontinuous. So modulus of 1 minus x function is like this. So at 1 it is discontinuous. So what happens? So you split into two parts I told. 0 to 1 modulus of 1 minus x plus, not discontinuous, actually it is continuous but not differentiable at 1. Not differentiable at 1. So this is called as critical point we know. So integral of 1 to 2 modulus of 1 minus x dx. So you can split like this. You can split like this. Then separate integration, adding together. Like 0 a to c, c to b I am splitting. A to c, this is 0 to 2 is giving. I am splitting at 1. A to c, c to b. So why I am splitting? 0 to 1 the function is positive, but 1 to 2 function is negative. We know that mod x equal to plus x if x is more than or equal to 0. Mod x equal to minus x if x is less than 0. If x is less than 0. 1 minus x is less than 0, more than 0 from 0 to 1. More than 0 from 0 to 1. Because if I substitute 0 to 1 any value, this is more than 0. But 1 minus x, so more than 1, this is automatically negative. So this is positive, this is negative. So the function becomes 0 to 1. Mod x is plus x when it is from 0 to 1. Plus here 1 to 2, this function is negative. So you can write as 1 minus x dx. You can write as, instead of mod x, you can write as minus of 1 minus x dx. Now integrate separately. This is 1 minus x integration. 1 dx is x. 1 dx is x minus x dx is x square by 2 between the limits 0 to 1. Between the limits 0 to 1 plus this function again. Minus 1 dx is minus x, minus into minus plus x square by 2 between the limits 1 to 2. Between the limits 1 to 2. Now f of b minus f of a, upper limit minus lower limit will do. So finally what do we get? Finally what do we get? So this becomes, if I am applying upper limit 1 minus 1 by 2 and lower limit anyhow 0 only, no need to write for here, but here we need to get upper and lower limit separate. So what is upper limit first? F of b minus 2 plus 2 square 4 by 2 is 2 minus lower limit. Lower limit if I substitute 1 here, minus 1 plus 1 square 1 by 2. So this is upper limit minus lower limit. So this is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus minus 2 plus 2 anyhow cancel. This is minus 1 by 2 minus of minus plus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is 1 is our final result. 1 is our final result. Only thing is I am splitting into 0 to 1, 1 to 2 so that mod x is plus x if x greater than 0, mod x is minus x if x is less than 0. At 1 you can't differentiate the function. That's why I split into 2 parts. Then I did like this. If you take the step x, you know what is the step x? How do it look like? The graph of the step x I explained in functions. Step x equal to 0, between 0 to 1, this is like this, and 1 to 2 it is 1, and 2 to 3 it is like this. Now if I am asking integral of 0 to 3 step x dx, 0 to 3 step x dx, what happens? The term is, the function is continuous up to 1, discontinuous at 1, then from 1 to 2, 1 to 2 it is continuous observe, and 2 to 3 it is again continuous. But discontinuous at 1, at 2. So at particular points it is discontinuous. So I can make this as 0 to 1 step x plus 1 to 2 step x plus 2 to 3 step x dx. Means I am splitting into 3 parts like 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So here 0 to 1 step x is 0, we know that. So this is 0. But 1 to 2 step x is 1. So integral of 1 dx between the limits 1 to 2 plus 2 to 3 step x is 2, we know that. So that is 2 dx. So the function becomes 1 dx means x between the limits 1 to 2 plus this is 2x between the limits 2 to 3. Now upper limit minus lower limit. Here this is 2 minus 1 plus this is 6 minus 4. So the final result is 1 plus 2 equal to 3. 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Like this we'll continue. So we'll do the remaining part in the next class.